Imagine getting a raise every year, yet somehow you can afford less. Your salary goes up, but houses become impossible. Food gets more expensive. Savings lose value. So, where is all your money going? The answer began more than 50 years ago. Imagine getting a raise every single year, working harder, earning more money, yet somehow you feel poorer than ever. Groceries cost more. Rent keeps rising. Buying a house feels impossible. So where did all your money go? Most people blame inflation. Others blame greedy companies. Some blame politicians. But what if the real answer started more than 50 years ago, with one decision? That changed the global economy forever, because the truth is, your paycheck may be getting bigger, but the value of your money is quietly shrinking. And unless you understand why, you'll always feel like you're running, but never getting ahead. Today, millions of people around the world are asking the same question. Why does life feel so much more expensive, even when salaries increase? The answer isn't simple, but history gives us a clue. To understand what happened, we have to go back to the year 1971, a decision made in the United States that completely changed how money works. And whether people realized it or not, the effects are still shaping your life today. In 1971, the United States made a decision that changed the world. Until then, the US dollar was backed by gold, in theory. Paper money represented something real, something limited, something governments couldn't create endlessly. But on August 15th, 1971, President Richard Nixon announced a temporary measure. The United States would stop exchanging dollars for gold. Most people believed it would only last for a short time. It never did. That single decision changed money forever. For the first time, major currencies were no longer tied to a physical asset. Instead, money became something governments and central banks could expand much more freely. A new financial era had begun. At first, nothing seemed different. People still went to work, still received their salaries, still bought food. Life looked exactly the same, but behind the scenes, the financial system had completely changed. Over the following decades, the amount of money flowing through the global economy grew dramatically. At the same time, the prices of houses, stocks, and many everyday goods rose much faster than most people's incomes, and that's when millions began asking, if I'm earning more than ever, why does it feel like I can afford less? Think about your grandparents. Many of them could buy a house with just a few years of savings. Some supported an entire family on a single income. Today, for millions of young people, that reality feels almost impossible. House prices have risen dramatically in many countries, not just in the United States, but also in Canada, Australia, the United Kingdom, and across much of Europe for many families. Owning a home has gone from being a milestone to becoming a distant dream. The same pattern appears almost everywhere: food, healthcare, education, transportation. The cost of living keeps climbing, while wages often struggle to keep pace. So even when people earn more money, their purchasing power doesn't always increase. This doesn't mean every country experiences inflation in exactly the same way. Different governments, different economies, and different policies can all influence prices. But one thing remains true. When the cost of living rises faster than incomes, People feel poorer, even if their salary is higher than before, and that's why so many people today feel like they're working harder, yet falling further behind. The problem isn't just how much money you earn, it's how much that money can actually buy. And once you understand that, the modern economy starts to look very different. Of course, no single event explains everything. Technology changed, global trade expanded, housing demand increased, governments adopted different economic policies. The modern economy became far more complex than it was 50 years ago. But one thing is impossible to ignore. Across much of the world, people are asking the same questions. Why is buying a home so difficult? Why does saving money feel harder than ever? Why does every raise seem to disappear so quickly? These questions aren't limited to one country. They're becoming a global conversation. Understanding money doesn't automatically make you rich, but it does change the way you see the world. You begin to notice patterns, why prices move, why assets become more expensive, and why simply earning more money doesn't always mean building more wealth. History has shown something again and again. The biggest economic changes rarely happen overnight. They happen slowly, quietly, until one day, everyone realizes the world has already changed. The next time your salary increases, ask yourself one simple question. Am I actually earning more? Or is my money simply buying less? Because once you understand the difference, you'll never look at money the same way again. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe for more videos exploring history, economics, and the hidden forces shaping our world. Because sometimes the biggest events in history are the ones most people never notice.